So this is our last session. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm kind of conflicted just because, so last week when we set that, hard line of, if he hit me or not, I didn't really think it was gonna happen because he was gone for, a while, and I thought that maybe it would take a long time for him to get back, get angry and all that stuff, but, I don't know, I guess, me telling him that I was here has just put him in a bad mood generally, that did happen, and I'm really glad actually that we made the plan, because I did wind up calling this one girl from work and just asking her to pick me up. So I stayed with her for a week, and she's been really nice, and we've gotten to be pretty good friends, so that's exciting. And I did talk to my dad. And he still doesn't want me to come back to the house, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that. So there were some good things and then some things that weren't awesome.
Yeah, you've had a lot happen this week. This past week. So have you talked to Jorge since you left the house?
No, but he calls me 50 times a day.
Okay, and so are you afraid to go back to his place? Do you have things there that you need to get?
Yeah, if I were to go to see my family, I would need to go back, but yeah, that is something that I'm kind of afraid of doing. I don't really know how to go about that, because this one other girl is my only friend really that I have here, and I don't want to put her in a bad situation either.
Does she know why she came to pick you up?
No, she just knows that we got in a really bad fight.
Would you feel comfortable if you got to know her better, maybe sharing what's going on with her, or is that something that would be hard?
I think it would definitely be hard because I don't know. I don't want to be the girl that's stupid and always going back to her boyfriend that's horrible to her, you know.
I can tell that, you do love to be social and you love to get out and get to know people. But, you have a friend now, and so friends are there to support you, so maybe opening up little by little. I know it's hard, and if we need to practice that, we can run through that if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to, let's say that, so you're still staying with her, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say maybe you guys just got done having dinner or something. Okay, just start from there.
Okay. So, Jorge and I had a really big fight, and I want to talk a little bit more about that because there's more to it than what I told you initially, but I don't want you to think poorly of me, but he's been physically hurting me more than what I think is okay, and I'm trying to go home, but I don't have enough money to do that right now, and I really appreciate you sticking by me and picking me up and being so nice to me. So I just feel someone else needs to know that that's going on.
Thank you for telling me. I know we don't know each other very well. We haven't, really gotten to know each other outside of work except for this past week. But I do want you to know that I'm here for you. As girls, we have to stick together. It's hard. And I'm really glad you did the right thing by leaving. And if there's anything I can do to help you further, I would love to.
Yeah.
And if it gets too big, I'm sure we can find somebody else to help us. We have a great support group at work, and if you need help with anything,
Okay.
that's what we're here for.
Okay. Cool. That makes me feel better to practice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, she says this is too big, and then but she's not going to kick you out. She's going to, she's going to support you. She's supporting you so far, and you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do want to circle back. You said you talked to your dad, and that he wasn't very supportive of you coming back and living with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he just I don't know. He's a really good father to all of us and everything. And I guess I understand why he would be so upset because he and Jorge did get in that like big fight, and it was like a fight. They weren't just like yelling; they were like
So
fighting.
was it similar to like the kind of fights that you and Jorge had? Was it over? What was the fight over? I don't think we've ever even discussed this big fight.
It was just that like I was gonna go and live with him.
Okay.
Yeah, and that like Jorge wanted to get married, and my dad didn't want us to do that. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Did you mention to your father that Jorge was being violent with you?
Well, at that point he wasn't. He was
But
still.
when you talked with
Oh,
him this past week?
No.
No? Because I do think as your father, he might be a little more understanding if he realizes that the situation is serious and not just you, you know, wanting to come home because you're homesick.
Yeah, maybe.
But I know that's hard to talk about. Does your mom know anything? Have you talked with her any?
Yeah, she knows.
So she knows everything.
Yeah, like I try not to tell her too much because I don't want her to just be worried all the time, but like I did want somebody to know like a little bit, even if they are really far away.
Would your mom be more, or would your dad be more receptive if your mother talked with him? Do you?
Maybe.
That might be something to work towards.
Yeah.
Just gathering all the support you can, because this is our last session, and I do have several new resources for you, just in case things don't get better. But this is a goal that you're gonna have to work with after we're gone. How is the money situation going?
Well, I have saved like a little bit,
Okay.
and I think it'll probably take another like couple weeks before I can afford to do anything like major, like, you know, go out there. But yeah, I've just been keeping like a little bit aside at my friend's house that I've been staying at.
Okay, good. Do you think you'll be okay, like in the meantime, while you're saving up, will you be okay? Are you afraid that Jorge is going to come look for you or anything?
I mean, I do get afraid sometimes that could be happening. Yeah, I mean, that's a little frightening, but he doesn't really he never met any of the people that I work with,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't really have a way.
So he doesn't know where you're staying.
Mm-mm.
All he has is your phone number, and he knows that
Yeah.
you left. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We don't want him coming after you. And I'm sure that. Okay, so I'm glad you're safe. Is there anything else that you feel like we need to touch on? Like anything new that's come up before we start trying to wrap things up?
Well, since it's like my last session here, like I just get worried that like, I don't know, that I'm just like gonna go back, or that I'm gonna just always feel this like anxious and this, you know, that, I don't know, I just worry that I don't have like all the tools I need to be able to move
Absolutely.
on.
Do you think long-term therapy would be something that you would benefit from?
Maybe, I just don't think I can like afford it. Yeah.
Okay. I do know there's one place in particular. It's called the Mary Parish Center. It also provides housing
Okay.
for people who have just gotten out of a relationship or are trying to start over. But it's specifically one for women.
Okay.
And they have everything from housing to therapy to like they help you find work and things like that. So if nothing else works, that's a great place, and I can give you all the information. Do you think that maybe like a support group, like for women with anxiety or?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Okay. There's tons of those. Most of them are free. They usually meet in churches or things like that. So maybe we can take some time after this session. I can gather some information for you to take with you when you leave.
Sure.
So you said you're afraid of going back to him. Is that the kind of situation, is it something where you would be missing him and need him, or like not having anywhere else to go?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, this friend is really nice and everything, but how long can I really stay with her without, like, I don't know, chipping in for rent, or like, what if my parents just like really won't let me come back? Then I get worried that I won't have anywhere else to go. But like, I also feel like, I mean, I still love him and I still think that he loves me, and like I've said this whole time, I don't want to leave him, but at the same time, like I feel like if I had a friend, or like if someone was doing this to one of my sisters, I would feel like it would be ridiculous for them to keep going back.
Yeah, I mean, you love him, you married him. This is not, this is more than just a, 5-minute relationship. This is something very serious, and you've had a lot of intimate moments with him, and he took you in when you were vulnerable, and so it's completely normal, I think, to worry about, what life looks like without him.
Yeah.
But, this relationship has become very, very scary. It's become unsafe at times. And so if he's not willing to work with you or to listen to you without getting violent or without making you feel afraid, then, you've done all you can do. I mean, do you think he would be willing to go to couples counseling with you?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like if I could ask it in the right way, then yeah, I think so.
Because do you want to try and salvage the relationship before you leave? I definitely think getting some space before you move back in with him is gonna be better, just because right now he's violent.
Yeah. I think not before I leave. I think I need like some really serious time away, and I think that'll be good for him too.
I think that's excellent. I think that's a great idea. And maybe the time away, maybe you can talk to him about it over the phone or something, so that if he does get angry or upset, you have the button to click and you're safe. But I think maybe some time away first I think that's a great idea. So I guess it's just a matter of making sure you can have a place to go when you get there.
Right.
Do you have any friends in California that would be willing to take you in?
Actually, yeah, I hadn't thought of that. I do have still all my friends that I went to high school with, so I guess worst case scenario, I could just stay with one of them.
Yeah, and I'm sure when if you've known them forever, explaining to them exactly what's going on, they're going to be very understanding, and they're your friends, so they're going to be there for you.
Yeah.
So maybe trying to get in touch with some of them, and maybe seeing if they can help out financially in the first place, and then maybe you can work on paying them back when you get there. Because this is a matter of let's get you out of here and get you safe.
Yeah.
So maybe doing that, and we can look into maybe some support groups in California too.
Okay.
So maybe you can, while you're there away from Jorge, work on your depression, your anxiety, and feeling helpless, or and just kind of recovering from all that's happened to you there.
Yeah.
So that if you decide to talk to Jorge again, you'll be better prepared yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel like you have everything you need? Is there anything else I can help you with?
I think I've got most of what I need. I've got my plan, I've got my friends back home if I need them. I've got this friend here now. I don't know, I just do you think I'm crazy?
No, you're not crazy.
Okay.
You came in here ready to work on yourself, and that's something that a lot of people are scared to do, and that makes you strong. All of these feelings of confusion over whether or not to stay with Jorge, worrying about what your friend that you're living with thinks, this is all completely normal. It's just, it's new to you, but you're not alone.
Okay. Thanks.
So I will get you the list of hotlines that we've talked about. I will give you the number for the Mary Parish Center.
Okay.
And you have our number if you really need us. But you've done a lot of work in this past month. I mean, it's only been a month, and we figured out a lot. You figured out a lot. So I think that, you know, you're gonna do great. Just the biggest thing, I think the first goal will be reaching out to your friends in California, telling them what's going on, reaching out to your mother and telling her exactly what's going on. Don't hold back, don't worry about hurting people's feelings or scaring them, because this is scary and these people are here for you. They're your support system and they're what are gonna kind of push you through this hard time. And then, you know, once you're out in California, you have time to figure yourself out, you have time to breathe, you're safe, and, you know, from there, see how you're feeling with Jorge. I would definitely give yourself some time, maybe a week or so in California before you even try to reach out to him, just so that you're able to kind of get to know yourself again, away from him and away from fear. But you've done great.
Thanks.
Okay, it's been awesome working with you, and I'm excited to see, or, you know, I'm excited for you, for your future.
Okay.